So again, the compound interest is more of a situation that's more based in like a retirement situation or an investment where you're going to make money off of the money that gets added yearly. Okay, so um, as we look at this, our variables are still similar. Okay, A is still future value, P is still principal. The only thing that's new now is the letter N. Okay, and it's that number of times that it's compounded per year. Okay, so usually year N is going to be 12. Okay, usually it's 12. Sometimes it's compounded, weekly, like in this first question, but for the most part, it's compounded monthly. So if we're trying to find the interest on an investment of $75,000, so that's going to be my principal. Okay, because that's what it started as, and it pays 0.045. Hopefully, it's never confusing that. Sometimes I leave off that zero in front. I'll try to put it more frequently. It's compounded weekly. So the fact that it's compounded weekly makes the fact that N is 52. This was my R value, by the way. And then my T value is 8 years. Okay. And now from here, you kind of just want to do the best you can to keep it in your calculator. You don't want to have to round it a bunch. You definitely want to use like the second answer situation. Like, I don't have the right calculator in front of me right now, but you want to make sure that you want to not try to round too much. So you've got 75,000. I was talking to Jody about that, and I'll expand on that more in a second. The R is 0.045. The N is 52, all raised to the 52 times 8. Okay. So if it's me, I'm going to just do the best I can with the parentheses and the calculator that I have. So honestly, it's probably a good idea. Anything that's like a whole number, you want to just leave it as a whole number right now, so you don't have to deal with more unnecessary parentheses. So I'm going to deal with that exponent, and I'm going to rewrite this thing as 75,000 times 1 plus 0.045 all over 52 to the 416. That way, when I plug it into my calculator, I won't have as many issues as I deal with this. So I'm going to just plug this into my calculator. So we've got 75,000 times 1 plus. Again, this was Jody's advice, was just to do your best to plug it straight into the calculator with minimal places and opportunities for it to round. And that gives me an answer of 107,482.97. If you're getting really close answers on Alex, feel free to if you got 107,483 and you see that the right answer was what I've got there, feel free to shoot me an email and I'll try to give you the points back. So yeah, I don't want you to lose points because your calculator rounded a little bit. If you're $20 off, that's different. But if you're within, $2-ish, $3-ish, that's different. So the interest on the investment, the future value is that. So a lot of times people will just jump in and say that that's what the answer is. But again, the actual interest, that's what that turns into. Okay. So you have to figure out that the interest is going to be that future value minus the original. Okay. So that interest is going to be that 107,482 minus that principal, which was 75,000. Giving you 32,482. So that was the interest on that specific loan.